I feel like safety is very important here at ASR Group. I care about my coworkers and they care about me.
Safety is very important for all of us. You cannot be safe if you don't follow the proper procedures.
A big part of safety is knowing how to perform lockout-tagout.
When you think about it, safety really does start with the right lockout-tagout.
You have to keep on top of it. When it comes to a lockout-tagout, the right way is the only way.
It's important that we all work together because not only are you protecting yourself, but you're protecting the other people around you.
When it comes to lockout-tagout, there is no doubt the right way is the only way.
Across the globe, safety at ASR Group is a critical part of the company's success. Safety is a collective effort, one that is defined by hundreds of individual decisions each of us make on the job, every day, every hour. I know that maintaining the constant focus needed to ensure a safe workplace at each of our locations isn't easy, but it is critically important, and that's especially true when it comes to lockout-tagout. Whenever a piece of equipment is repaired or serviced, it needs to be properly locked and tagged out. And while the specific procedures you must follow for each type of machine are different, the essential goal remains the same. We want to keep you safe. The machines we use can store dangerous amounts and types of energy, and their potential to inflict serious injury or worse is something we must never forget. Let me be clear. Making sure you understand and follow proper lockout-tagout procedures isn't about trying to control every aspect of your job. It's about making sure you stay healthy and avoid injury. Safety is important for all of us, for our families, and for this company. And that's why, when it comes to lockout-tagout, the right way is, in fact, the only way. At ASR Group, we break down the lockout-tagout process into several steps that will ensure you and your coworkers are safe from start to finish. Step 1. The first thing you've got to do is to make sure you know the proper procedures for the machine you're working on. Each machine is different and may have special shutdown and isolation procedures. You also need to determine in advance who is affected and who needs to be notified. Step 2, you need to assess the type and magnitude of the energy to be controlled. It is important to remember that there are many different types of energy present within our facility. Whether it's shutting off the electrical power to a packaging line, releasing stored pressure in an airline, or disconnecting a supply line of hot syrup, you need to determine exactly what kind of energy danger you're dealing with before you proceed. Step 3. You need to determine exactly how and where you will control the hazardous energy. Depending on the machine, the isolation point could be a valve, a disconnect switch, a circuit breaker, or mechanical block. It's important to remember that on-off buttons alone or selector switches are not energy isolating devices. Step 4. Before shutdown, you need to notify coworkers who will be affected. Everyone in the area and anyone who will be impacted needs to know what's about to happen and why. Step 5. Confirm and verify that it is, in fact, safe to shut down the machine and isolate it. Step 6. Only at this point, after you confirm it is safe to shut down, do we lock it out with the proper protective hardware. Depending on the machine, this might be a lock, a chain, adapter pin, or other device that ensures a machine or valve is in a closed, off, or safe position. In addition to the proper hardware, where possible, we also need to use a warning tag, which provides a visual reminder for everyone that the equipment has been shut down and cannot be re-energized. Step 7. Before any work begins, you need to release any stored energy or block any potential energy within the machine, whether it's venting a pressurized line or using a mechanical block. The goal is to make sure the machine is in a zero energy state before proceeding with repairs or maintenance. Step 8. As a final check, you should attempt to restart the machine. Obviously, if it does start, the procedures haven't been followed properly and the machine is still dangerous. If the machine doesn't start, it's now safe to begin the scheduled work. When 2 or more team members are going to work on a machine, added precautions for a group lockout must be undertaken. In a group lockout, a common set of locks and devices are used due to the machine having multiple isolation points. To ensure that each member of the work team is afforded an equal level of protection, all keys for the common set of locks are placed in a lockout box. Each member of the work crew will then place their personal lock on the lockbox. This prevents the access to the common lock keys, thereby ensuring that the equipment will remain isolated until the last employee is out and has removed their lock from the group lockout box. The important thing to remember is that each person in the group must place their own personal lock and tag on the machine without exception. No one can do this for you. You must do it yourself. And the reason is simple. If your lock is on and you put it there, you know that you are safe. While we all like to help each other out, this is an example where covering for a friend can be extremely dangerous. I hope you found this overview useful. I know the steps involved can seem a bit complicated, but if you take the time to understand them, you'll see that they are designed around one simple idea. We want to keep you safe. At all of our locations, lockout-tagout is a common occurrence. Machines need to be repaired and serviced on a regular basis, but leaving out a step to save time or making a single mistake in a procedure can cause an accident or injury. So for you, for your coworkers, and for your family, please remember that when it comes to lockout-tagout, the right way is the only way.
For the company to be safe and for our people to be safe, we all need to follow the proper procedure.
Our operators are engaged in lockout-tagout every day of their shift, every week, every month. There is absolutely no shortcuts when it comes to lockout-tagout.
For our people to be safe, each lockout needs to be done correctly.
Lockout-tagout is really a team effort. Every time that we go out into the plant, we're looking to make sure we take care of each other.
It can take a lot of time to do a lockout the right way. Well, that's the point, to do it the right way.
When it comes to lockout-tagout, the right way is the only way.